Sure?
Yes, that's my official one.
All right, thanks everyone. Well, we've had 2 meetings today about the situation that's unfolding in the South East. So we are in for a severe weather event, and my advice is to people this evening, especially in the South East of our state, if you are thinking about driving and you do not need to be out on the roads, please don't. We have already heard of reports of some landslips that are occurring, especially around the Gold Coast hinterland. The Bureau has advised us at our meeting following Cabinet that they expect the weather to increase overnight and also spread further out into the southwest of our state as well. So we want everyone to be on alert, especially over the next 24 hours. And just remember, if it's flooded, forget it. I'll hand over to Minister Ryan to say a few words.
Thanks, Premier. Thank you. And just to reinforce what the Premier has said, we've got some strong advice from the Bureau that there are some very heavy falls expected tonight into tomorrow. We're talking about falls in the vicinity of 150 millimetres over about 6 hours. That is significant. That will give rise to flash flooding in areas. It will give rise to the potential for landslides, and there will also be the broader potential for flooding through places like the Gold Coast, and there is a flood watch actually in the southwest as well. So important messages to reinforce around being safe on our roads. Flash flooding is a potential risk to anyone on the roads tonight, so people need to be prepared. Also think about this, there is the unknown in the dark that you won't be able to see floodwaters across a road. So think about the places that you might be travelling to get home. Think about whether they are the usual locations that may have flooding or flash flooding, and plan another route, plan another way to get home. Drive slowly on our roads. We have seen significant tragedy on our roads over the last weekend. In fact, 10 fatalities on the roads over the weekend. That's up 20 on last year. And to just put that in context, last year was the worst road toll we had for a number of years. So we're 20 up on last year. We obviously need people to be safe, be prepared for the circumstances. A severe weather event's on the way. Please be careful.
Where and when are we going to get the worst of the rain, and how far west are we talking?
So the Bureau's talking about it developing later into the evening, into tomorrow. So I would say people start preparing now. The rain will start onsetting. It will start getting heavier. Please start preparing now. It is also looking to develop through a similar system through the southern and western parts of Queensland, obviously bringing significant falls to those areas, which is well needed, but people need to be prepared out there. There is a flood watch in place for those parts of Queensland. So the best thing people can do, go to the Bureau website, check your area, be prepared.
On another issue, the UWU, they're calling for a review into ambulance ramping similar to what happened in 2013. Will your government do that?
Oh, look, I'm happy to talk to the Health Minister about that. What we do know is that our ambulance officers, our paramedics, are our heroes. They've been out there during the pandemic and they're doing their job now. So anything we can do to assist them even further, but we do know that our hospitals at the moment are quite crowded, and we need to start letting people know, please go back to your GP.
Yeah, so something you're willing to consider?
Yes, happy to talk to the Health
And
Minister.
just in terms of the consent legislation before Parliament, advocates are calling for that legislation to be amended so Queensland can move to an affirmative consent framework. Is that something that you're open to?
Look, I'll talk to the Attorney-General about that, but we've already got legislation there at the moment. Yep.
Is that legislation even worth it, given that there's this other review going on into sexual violence, which will be reviewing consent?
Look, I'll let the Attorney-General address those issues in a bit more detail for you.
Justice laws, we heard this morning from 20 advocacy and legal groups that they've widely rejected and criticised the government's reforms. Is this something that the committee will be consider moving forward?
Well, these are our tough laws that we've introduced, and this is now part of the committee process, and this is for people to have their say. So I encourage people to have their say, and then that report will come back to Parliament.
What's the point of having tough laws if they don't work?
Well, we hope that these will work. Okay, thank you. Thanks, everyone.